Alright, what's up? I probably look like a mess, but pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is putting an SR20 into an FR-S. This is gonna be for me just a straight drift car, so but oddly enough everything's gonna be functioning, but I'll explain some of that as we go. But as you can see right here, you got an SR20 DT S13. It is missing all the internals and everything because this is just going to be a dummy motor. This motor is just meant for clearances, so I got to get the brackets off that block that I have over there. I got to get the brackets for the mounts on the side so I can start measuring it up. This is the old stock transmission. I got to take the rest of the drivetrain out so I can start measuring onto this cross member the mounts, so I could build little towers so these mounts work perfectly on it. I bought this shelf for a decent price. I bought it for 1,500 bucks, but I've got to deal with some paperwork stuff, so it's not gonna be road legal anytime soon, but I can start working on it. So I can put the motor in. I went ahead of myself and I already ordered the harness for it. So it's gonna be a harness by Wiring Specialties. If you haven't used any of their products, if you haven't checked them out and you're doing swaps into your cars, please go check them out. I used them on my 2 previous swaps in the S14, and now with the SR I have the Pro harness in there, and I love it. It is plug and play. There's no guessing on anything. You go to their website, they'll tell you everything exactly how and where it goes connected, and it is amazing. But as you can see, I went ahead and ordered it with them, and they're having it made right now, and it is gonna connect to this chassis. So as soon as I get it, as soon as I have everything connected, as soon as the motor can run and it's done, I could just go inside, sit inside the seat, turn the ignition, turn the car on, and drive it. I'm not gonna have to do any wiring myself, and for the price, I mean, you can't beat their prices, man. Like, it's for the amount of headaches that you're gonna save yourself, it's just unreal. So big shout out to them. Thanks a lot for that. But back to this. This is gonna be a pretty simple setup. I'm not aiming for more than 300 horsepower. I want to get the car running, I want to get the car driving, I want to have a drift car. I don't want to overcomplicate myself, and I do not want to have problems while I'm at the track, so I'm gonna keep it in the 300 horsepower range. So especially with this drivetrain, I want to make this, you know, I want to keep everything as stock as I possibly can on both motor and chassis, so I don't have to break my wallet, pretty much just trying to put parts in it and going crazy and not having money to build it or anything. So that is my #1 goal, is to have the absolute most amount of driving time that I can with the car. So SR20, I'm gonna be getting a setup from Leo with the SR86. And just like normal, I start working without recording, but I'm trying to get used to this. So right now my mission is to take the exhaust out and take the transmission out. So first things first, whenever you're taking the transmission out, you take off the shifter. So my mission right now is to find out how to take this out. And just like that pain in the ass, the transmission is coming out. Need to get all the shifters, since the shifter is like a linkage and all that. Need to go inside, do a whole bunch of shit inside, and then take the linkage off, and then come down here, disconnect part of the linkage that's onto the chassis, and then that good old rubber boot. I have not figured out how to take off. I have not figured out how to take off that rubber boot off the shifter, which I'll show you once it's completely out. But this is out and floating, and gear fluid is spilling. My favorite, everybody's favorite smell. Just good old gear fluid. Oh, I love it. You gotta love it. Gear fluid. Gear fluid, gear fluid, gear fluid, gear fluid. Whatever. It's out. Pop this transmission out, and then we'll take a look at it and see what we got. Oh yeah. And this crazy ugly thing is out. This is crazy stuff. The KA and SR transmissions don't run any of that. So it's kind of a little new to me. A little insane with the whole mount thing going on. But it's out. And this is for sale. If anybody wants to buy this, we can work out a deal, and I have the starter over there too. So somebody can buy this from me. Yeah. And we're pretty much ready to, well, besides moving this, taking this off for now, because yes, it is gonna have AC at one point. The wiring harness comes with the option for it, and why not do it? Why not try it out? So, I mean, it's just some custom lines away from having AC, right? So why not? Yeah, why not? The heater core is gonna get blocked off though, because this is Florida. I don't know if you know, if you've been to Florida or if you're from Florida, but you need this like 2 weeks out of the year, and I don't really care for it. So got the rest of the harness, got the sound tube into the cabin that these cars come with for sportier sounding. The ABS, it came with an option to delete it or to keep it. I said why not and just leave it. I mean, I don't really have to do anything besides just to leave it right there, and I don't want to go through the mission of having to delete it or do whatever I gotta do with it. But what I can do just inside is just turn it off with a switch. That's all I gotta do inside. So, but besides that, I mean, whatever, it's a big ugly thing in the way, but it's less work to do now. Got all the crazy lines that I gotta figure out what they do later. Right here, don't know what any of that does. I'm gonna figure it out. Got the brake lines that go down by there. Got the other lines, the fuel lines and stuff that go down by there. So I gotta figure out my exhaust system, my yada yada yada. But I mean, if you can put a V8 in this, an SR shouldn't be an issue. Besides that, I mean, I'm just gonna clean it up a little to get the mounts going. That's objective number one. Get the mounts done so I can fit the motor in there, and then when the motor's completely mounted in the car, then I could definitely just rip that out. And if I want to clean it up, paint a little, then I can, you know, add a little bit of pizzazz, add a little bit of just add a little bit of shine, do a little, get Danny O'Connor drip up in here. But that's it. Just rip out a couple things, get rid of the plastics that are all under the car. Well, not all under it, but like the wheel well plastics and stuff, because I'm not gonna need that. I'm not gonna be driving the car like crazy. So yeah. And that's that. Peace out, y'all.